Thank you for that lovely comment. I'm glad you're enjoying the training and enjoying the use of the platform services. For those that have just joined us online, we've been having a discussion about services, and the lady that just gave us the lovely comment also mentioned fees and charges for use of the platform and the service. And I'd like to answer your question now using this set of slides. All good? For the overwhelming majority of services and for the overwhelming use of the platform, the service is free. There is a service fee that is paid by the grassroots organisation receiving funds raised for the use of the platform for fundraising purposes. This is deducted from the amount of funds raised at the time of funds release, and any sales taxes applicable are applied. It is a license fee to cover the use of the software, and we will talk about it more in the next slide. There are some transaction processing fees that a user will incur at time of transaction. For example, banking fees and charges. Valued Communities makes no margin on these transactions. However, the bank or the payments provider or whoever it is levies those fees to us, and we pass those fees on to you, and that is common practice in many areas. And the reason that we do this is rather than passing those costs on to the grassroots organisations, we do it this way to try and maximise the return to the grassroots organisations for your interests. There may be some currency conversion costs. For example, you have a credit card in US dollars and you elect to make a donation to a Indian charity that's operating in Indian rupee. There's currency conversion costs. Standard practice. Great. Where you have elected to send messages by text, you are purchasing those texts from Valued Communities, and standard charges apply. These charges are detailed on the website. Yes, quick question. Currency conversion. The currency conversion costs are between you and, let's say, your credit card provider, and the transaction processing costs are all disclosed on the site at time of transaction so that you know. Good. Come back to texting. Again, the costs are disclosed on the site. Where a business has elected to do paid advertising to promote their business and their community engagement, then the business is paying for that advertising. There are some ad hoc fees and charges that are disclosed where they occur. For example, you have the ability to query transactions online, export to an Excel spreadsheet, CSV format, and you get a copy sent to you as a PDF monthly. For some reason, you want a hard copy of that statement sent to you, then we will incur a fee to cover our costs. Any questions so far? The service fee. The service fee is charged against the grassroots community organisation receiving funds raised. So just as, let's say, a charity has phone banked you and you've made contributions and they have paid the phone banking company, It's exactly the same principle. Massive difference in the margins, massive difference in the returns to community, absolutely, but it's the same principle. Now, a not-for-profit would go out and buy, let's say, Microsoft Word, pay for it all up front, and use that to create documents. What we do is we give you the software for fundraising, but rather than paying for all the software up front, you pay an ongoing license fee. Good. We reserve the right to reduce the service fee that we are charging to you without notice. So that means if we want to make it cheaper, we can make it cheaper instantly. Do you like that one? Great. If we have to increase our costs, then we will give you 48 hours notice via email to the last email address you had with us before implementing the change. We reserve the right to pay the service fee on your behalf at any time without notice to you. Do you like that one as well? Great. And obviously, we're trying to reduce our costs to give maximum return to grassroots. Any questions on comments on the service fee? You sure? Great. So here's an example for sponsorships, donations, fees, and lucky numbers. Here is the current service fee at time of publishing. I'm not going to read it through. For those watching the video online, they can pause and read the screen. The participants on the course have a printed copy of these slides and this material, so I shall move on. For sweepstakes, tipping competitions and potluck, here are the fees. For raffle, the raffle is normally done at the same price as sweepstake, tipping competition and potluck, but at the moment, for a limited time only, raffles are free. The service fee for prize draw and quiz is as shown. And again, the service fee for the challenge. Remember with the challenge that individuals are making the challenge. Their texting costs may be refunded to them if applicable. That's right. It isn't that often that volunteers get rewarded for their expenditures. Any questions and comments around fees and charges? Thank you.